You've never heard that saying? Oh God, I'm dealing with 2000s.
I mean, like,
I'm
I've
dealing
heard
with
it in a movie.
I'm dealing with proper
I
two. I'm dealing with
I
proper
have.
2000s here.
Unlike
This
those
is
movies.
ridiculousness.
What's it? Pretty
Huh?
Woman. I've heard it on Pretty Woman. I watched Pretty Woman. And I heard it. I know that.
You know, I worry more and more and more about you as time goes. I'm not worried about you watching Pretty Woman, you know? I'm worried about you quoting Pretty Woman as where you actually heard the quote, life begins at 40. That surely.
Yes.
Wow. Are you the limo with the roses guy?
Yeah, I am that guy.
No, boyfriend material. High five.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Hey man. Mbu! I wish you were
Thanks,
here, man.
bro.
I wish you were here, bruh. I've got so much to say. I've got so much to say. I've got the next generation in studio with me, and so
I can see.
hey man. And as we try to kind of put all these things together and find a common ground, I'm realizing that if they thought we were an emotional generation, nah man, we just wore our hearts on our sleeves. These guys are tear jerkers, man. Like Umsoenko, I'm sitting here in the guy, and you can tell, like, at any given moment, I need to give him a handkerchief.
Eh,
And it's okay. It's
you know,
Wait a minute.
what are you gonna do, bro?
It's not like
Who's on
that.
team?
You understand that? Hello, Roman.
It's a safe
It's not
space.
like that.
So-
But, I don't mind having feelings. Do you got mind? But I'm also just a human. I'm just a normal guy.
What feeling?
I'm an ordinary guy.
Listen, it's 20 minutes after 11. We promised you a great talk on plans, and we're definitely going to have one of those. Joined, of course, by Stand Up Mbu. Used to go by many laughs. Now he just got too many of them, so he's Stand Up Mbu. Turned 40, was that Tuesday, Wednesday?
Wednesday, man. Timdala, Kumbul.
Had to think about it. And
Apha emthubeni.
apha man apha evekini wethu ayinamsebenzi banini na. So the guy months ago already, when I spoke with him, he said, you know what, I'm going to put my neck on the line to celebrate, to commemorate my 40th birthday. I'm going to, and we're talking about like a Premier League comedian here, whose peers are all comedians as well. People we know and love, people we've watched far and wide, all over the country, people who performed internationally. And he says he's going to invite all of his friends to come and roast him for his 40. Called it Roast Begins at 40. I said, we have to talk about this.
Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, we have to talk about this.
And you're brave.
Oh, listen!
Your friends know like everything about you.
It's got an element of bravery. It's got some stupidity. It's got, but all of it makes for a great concept and a great idea. Mbu,
Thanks very much,
have
Patrick.
you ever been roasted before?
We grow up being roasted, Jay.
Oh,
You grow up being roasted
Kwa umzali lowo. Roast
all day long.
Facts.
Some they call it by other names, but I mean you grow up in the culture of being roasted. Kuyagwarana nje, kuhleli nje, you know. And here's the thing, Master True. When people like talk about me getting roasted, they seem to forget that I have the last word for the night.
Oh, you see. So they must give it as good as they can take it.
Because I'm gonna bring it, you know. I was having the conversation with my son because I've got my 14-year-old son on the panel, and I'm like, hey man, I love you, but you know, you want to bump with the big boys, you know. You have to be able to take some punches, you know.
Ish. Is boy ready for what he's about to get himself into?
I doubt, yes, because I've known him all his life, and he's only known me for all his life, you know.
Hey. That's a great way to put it.
And your perspective on it, you can tell him a whole lot about himself that he doesn't even know.
I can even lie about stuff. I can just ask him. He's not gonna remember.
Because you got the last word. So there's no backup.
So, What why did you choose this age and this kind of transition in your life? I mean, I'm not meaning it in any other way. It's just a change of age, I guess. But symbolically, why did you choose the age 40 to do this? And how did you go about picking the panel of the people who are going to be joining you at this roast?
Um, it's nothing deep how I chose 40. Someone just suggested it, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And 40 is a nice round number, you know.
Yeah.
Picking the panel was hard at bits because you get people like, yo, man, why don't you put me on? Yo, man, but I decided, to have a mixture of my comedian friends, some family, and just my regular friends, give them the spotlight as well.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
was a nice process. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's a nice mixture of people.
Who's on the lineup? Tell us who's on the panel. Who's gonna be taking shots at you tonight?
We've got my elder brother, my son, as I said, Uncle, Tsepiso Nzayo, Lupelo Kodwa,
Jeez.
Tebuo, who else? Mira, Natasha. I'm forgetting some people because there's about 12 people on the panel.
But
Like, if I forgot someone and they are watching the interview, then they can comment. But if they're not watching the interview, then forget you, man.
see you tonight, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, comedy is obviously not just a career, but like a calling for certain people like yourself. What's different with comedy now than it was when you first got involved in it? And what do you think? Or why do you think it's so important that you stick to your guns and keep doing what you're doing in the comedy sector?
What's changed now, I feel, is that it's easy accessible for anyone who wants to start. For us, we had to piggyback on hip hop shows or variety shows. Now the culture is growing, so there's easier entry level. Like there's no barriers anymore, as much as there were during our time. For me, the importance of doing what I'm doing is firstly for my own sanity, because I don't think I can do anything else. I can, but I won't. This is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, and also for the up and coming kids, man. I think it's time that our kids understand that there's more out there in life than just being an accountant or being a doctor, or just go with what feels right. Go with your heart, and this thing is like I've got my heart in it. Like I've had it for 30 years. There's no stopping now.
No doubt. Guys, Mbu's on the line.
I've got a question.
What's your question, Swenko? Yo, I'm done now.
No,
Yeah.
obviously, I like comedians, and I'm pretty funny if I do say so myself.
Yourself.
But,
Sorry, man. I can't hear you properly. I can hear Master True.
Can you hear me? Okay, don't worry about that. We'll fix that. So I wanted to
Tell
ask,
Master True, and then you tell me.
can you hear me now? Yangi's
Yeah.
All right. So when you write your jokes, right? Where do you gain inspiration from, or like, how do you come about to write certain jokes, and like, where do they come from? I just want to. It's a
Dude.
personal question.
It's everyday things, man. Like
Yeah.
I'll never sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna write a joke right now. It's something that happens, and I'm like, yo, there's something in there. Then I'll write down whatever it is. Like, let's say Master True's dreadlocks. I'll be like, hey, there's something with that. Then I'll write it down, and then over time, I'll develop like a scheme. I'll develop a concept, and then come through with a punchline. It's weird because some jokes. There's a joke that took me 2 years to write, and it was only 2 minutes long. And there's a joke that took me 5 minutes to write, and it was like 5 minutes long. So it's a dope process. That's why I could never understand when people steal other people's jokes, because the joke creation process is so dope. Sometimes you hate yourself and you feel like, yo, man, there's something in this. and just the whole process is beautiful from because you you essentially create something from scratch. You know what I mean? From conception, and then it's on stage. It's like a baby going off to like varsity when you turn it on stage.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And when did you decide that this is the career you are choosing? Like, yabona ngoku,
Right.
I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian, or this is what I'm doing. Like, leave yonke lento, na choose a path. When did that come to you, and when did you choose? Can you just?
Honestly, I watched South African comedy. I watched the DVD. You know the feeling you get when your soccer team is not doing well. You're like, hey, it does not necessarily mean that you can go in there and do better. You know what I mean? With me, when I watched it, I was like, nah, man, that I
Guys
can,
ain't doing it.
that
Like,
that
put
that,
me-
that I can do that.
Put me in, coach.
I'm not gonna mention any names or whatnot, but I was like, yo. Ebona Dayan, yeah, out there. That's what basically what happened, like how I started comedy.
At what point did you decide to change from many laughs to stand up move? Because I mean, you do have many laughs.
Many Loves was a moniker given to me by someone who made T-shirts. He saw a set of mine and he said, "Yo, dude, you got many loves." And then he made a T-shirt and that had my name on it. So then I became Many Love. This stand-up move is the name that I decided for myself. I think it encompasses everything that I am. I like the ambiguity as well because not just like a stand-up guy, but a stand-up guy. If you understand,
Ah.
I get you.
you know. So that was the thought process that went behind that. So this is more me. I can own it. You know, I can say people will but you said you're a stand-up. I can own this. You know, many loves, was like I said, was given to me. It's like like Muhammad Ali, like yeah, you are Muhammad Ali. Stand up move, I chose for myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, people still call me many loves. I don't mind it. It just goes to
So,
show how long you've been following my career.
so many laughs was Cassius Clay,
Yeah,
and
you know what I mean. But
say
and this
my
is
name, say my name.
yeah.
What's my name?
What's my name? You gonna say it? I I I am many loves eggs.
Many loves eggs. Right. So tell us about the actual event. I hope there's going to be a camera rolling because we've got to be able to watch. We watch it back at some point. But yeah, what tell us a bit about what people can do, where it's going to be, and how they can come and watch. Literally, people trying to take down the king of this thing.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what Omar says? When you aim for the king, you best not miss, yo. Um, at 7:30 at Mendy Arts Center. It's in Mendy Street in New Bright. The tickets are still being sold. It's $250 for a double and $150 for one. Um, Guys, it's going to be a chill. You can bring your stuff. There's going to be drinks sold here. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be about 2.5 hours. And yes, we do have a camera crew. So in about a month's time, it should be available on YouTube.
Nice.
So
nice.
yeah,
Fantastic stuff, man. And it's only right that you took it right back to New Bright, where the full circle of things happen, and I'm sure it's really going to be something special. But you're like part of the family here, so we had to make sure that we reach out to make sure that we can also. Guys, we didn't sing the brother happy birthday on his birthday, did
Can
we?
you sing that?
no, it's fine. It's fine. Like,
You know what?
No.
Nah, it's fine.
And I know why we didn't.
Send me e-wallet.
I was about to say I know why we didn't. Yeah, well, you
please
only
don't do that.
you only
Love
sing
is
happy
life.
birthday. You only sing happy birthday 39 times.
Oh.
The 40th time, it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
it's not, you know.
E-wallets or direct transfers,
Immediately.
Bitcoin, you know,
Something like that.
you know, grown man stuff. My
I
brother,
have found though when I'm the truth, but as a 40-year-old now, I have to start learning my friends. It is because as 40-year-old, you can't have a friend called Lungu.
hey, Kosiam.
It's childish, land. Ndihamba notshawe nodlamini. Itsha ulungelo andimdala abantu banethobe kuthiwa ngulungelo hayi uthuse bazawuthini abantwana bam like
Bazakubiza bani mna? Lou, man. Boo, thank you so much. And, you know, best of luck tonight. Rose begins at 40. And definitely looking forward to getting the feedback and hearing how everything went. You're doing an incredible job, man. And representing this province in a way that we are all so proud of. Keep it up, man, and keep the fires burning.
Salute, Master True.
Easy,
Job, guys.
easy.